Have you ever had a moment when you questioned your place in someone's heart? It could be that sinking feeling you get while you sit in silence, waiting for a text message that just doesn't seem to come, or the anticipation building every time you hear a notification, only for it to be something else, someone else. Or perhaps you are waiting for a voice call, a call that you optimistically expect, hoping it would help bridge some unspoken distance, yet it is perpetually delayed, leaving you with nothing but the quiet sounds of an empty room. In these moments, you may feel a creeping sense of anxious uncertainty that makes its home in the pit of your stomach, causing you to toss and turn through your thoughts, wondering if your concerns are mere figments of imagination, or worse, if they're signs pointing to a larger, deeper disconnect. This subtle ache, this longing for reassurance in someone's voice, someone's words, perhaps hints at a need that digs deeper than the surface, reaching into the very fabric of your relationship and making you question the strength and depth of those ties. Emotional experiences like these have a way of catching you off guard amidst the rush and whirl of your daily commitments. Perhaps you're out walking the dog, a simple task that should bring peace, yet your mind wanders back to whether you said the right things during last night's dinner conversation. You replay scenarios, searching for hidden meanings between lines. Or you might find yourself stuck in traffic, engines idling and blaring horns interrupting your thoughts as you endlessly loop a past conversation in your mind, unsure if you conveyed your point clearly, or if something within the exchange was left unsaid. Perhaps you find yourself browsing through emails or mindlessly scrolling through social media feeds, feeling momentarily unseen, as if you're just one more face in a vast, digital crowd where real, meaningful connection always seems just out of reach. In these moments, these subtle uncertainties become part of the unceasing background noise in your life, steadily eroding your feelings of connection and stability. Inside these seemingly small and insignificant moments lies a profound question. Are you truly heard? The desire to be understood and connected is deeply human and intrinsic. It's something you might trace back to the simplicities of childhood, where the concept of belonging was understood through straightforward gestures. A shared cookie at lunchtime or a spontaneous game of tag in the schoolyard. But as life progresses, as it layers on complexity with age and responsibilities, this innate need for connection doesn't vanish but evolves, becoming layered with new meaning and significance. Work responsibilities mount higher with each passing day. Friendships that once felt invincible sometimes fade quietly into the backdrop, overshadowed by pressing, immediate needs. The deep, sustaining relationships you once took entirely for granted now require conscious effort, deliberate time, and nurture to sustain. These shifting dynamics can leave you feeling adrift, as though you're floating in a vast ocean, questioning and doubting if you're doing enough, if you are enough, for the ones you love and care for. These feelings, as overwhelming and challenging as they might be, present an opportunity, a new chance to explore the deeper foundations of your relationships. It is an open invitation to pause and reflect on the state of your heart, on where you place your trust, and how you truly nurture the bonds that matter most. Sometimes, looking outward, beyond yourself, can provide the most surprising insights. Think of a colleague who's always quick with a smile, a simple yet profound gesture. Or consider the neighbor who consistently waves to you as you pass by on your way home. These small gestures can hold profound truths about the connection, truths that are so easily overlooked amidst the busyness of your daily routine but are invaluable nonetheless. Consider what truly nurtures your soul in these moments of questioning. Maybe it's not the grand, sweeping gestures you've been led to believe you need, but in the small and steady affirmations. These are the simple moments that remind you of your inherent value, showing you that you matter. Think of it as the morning cup of coffee a partner quietly prepares for you. A brief moment of love and thoughtfulness to start the day. Or the unexpected, heartfelt, thinking of you text from a friend on a particularly challenging day. These are quiet affirmations that speak volumes, acting as anchors in your day, subtly reminding you that even when you feel most isolated, you are still an important thread in the tapestry of life. The desire to belong, to be a part of something meaningful, finds its realization in the very fabric of everyday life. It's in the time gently spent listening without the need to fill silences, in shared laughter that echoes long after the moment has passed, or in the sacred act of simply being present with another during their silent moment of need. Reflecting on these moments, you may begin to realize how these small yet significant connections are delicately woven into the tapestry of your soul. All meaningful and lasting relationships are nurtured gradually, with care, time, and intention. They require reaching beyond momentary uncertainties and doubts, allowing ample space for understanding and patience to organically grow. Here is where you might find yourself wondering about the underlying threads that sustain your own connections, the heavy yet invisible ties that connect you to those you love. Are they genuinely rooted in love and authentic care, or are they teetering on a veneer of superficiality? Imagine the peace and security that settles over you when, even in the depths of uncertainty, there lies a deep-seated foundation of trust that always brings you back to those you cherish. It's about seeking a place of understanding and peace amidst the confusion. As you ponder these thoughts, contemplate the place of Jesus in such reflections. Jesus calls to you, not just for belief as a far-off deity, but for a deep, personal relationship in which the fear is stripped away, leaving room for comfort, presence, and understanding. His words remind you of your intrinsic, unconditional worth, not because of what you achieve in this world, but because of who you are in His divine eyes, loved, cherished, and made whole. There's an unfailing comfort in knowing that just as you long for connection, for somebody who truly sees you, He, too, longs for your presence in His life. Jesus' invitation is not a one-time call, it is a daily, moment-to-moment beckon that you can find in the quiet resolve of prayer or the gentle act of surrendering the burdens weighing upon your heart. Allow yourself to sit comfortably within His peace, knowing that even when doubts try to whisper their untruths into your ear, His truth, solid and steadfast, resonates louder. You gradually start to realize that you don't need to navigate these emotions, these tumultuous seas, all alone, for He is ever near, offering stillness in the place of chaos, clarity instead of confusion, and love in the face of distance. Reflect on how His presence has the power to transform all of your relationships. In Jesus, you don't just find a model to emulate but the inner strength to nurture and sustain those essential connections. His abundant love overflows, spilling generously into your life, inviting you into an enduring practice of patience, kindness, understanding, and forgiveness, encouraging you to see others through the lens of His compassionate eyes. As this love takes root and grows within you, it has the gentle power to transform your interactions, lending authenticity and grace to even the most ordinary, everyday moments. In this light, even those unreturned messages or delayed communications can begin to undergo a quiet transformation. They become less about reflecting your inadequacies and more about creating spaces for patience, understanding, and opportunities. They are moments to pause and genuinely ask yourself, how deeply are you invested in nurturing these meaningful connections? Take a deep breath and embrace the assurance that you are not defined by the clipped edges of incomplete conversations but by the abundant fullness of His love. A love that has the gentle power to heal even the most hidden aches residing deep within your heart. Embrace the beautiful journey of building relationships with Jesus as your constant guide and compass, for in Him is the perfect example of relational love. His life on earth was marked by immense compassion and genuine interest in the well-being of others, where He did not see people through the lens of their failures, but through their potential, their hopes, and their joys. He saw people in their pain and addressed it. He celebrated them in their joy, sharing in their triumphs. He met and fulfilled their needs selflessly and without hesitation. Begin to see your own relationships as sacred opportunities to reflect this divine love. Whether through offering a listening ear, a comforting word, or a helping hand, you bring His love to life in tangible ways. Let this understanding gently guide you as you move through this day and the days that follow. Know that in each encounter, whether it is fraught with complexity or graced with simplicity, you are equipped with everything you need to nurture, heal, and build. Release yourself from the burdensome need to have all the answers, trusting instead that in these encounters, you are never truly alone. Jesus walks with you, softly lighting your path, whispering truths of your unique worth, and inviting you to immerse yourself in relationships with grace and patience. May this spiritual journey become one of rediscovery for you, a chance to reconnect with the deeper truths of love, presence, and human connection. Recognize that this path is rarely walked perfectly. It is intricate and full of nuances, but it is walked with deep hope, transforming every uncertain whisper in your ear into a firm assurance by the one who consistently holds you dearly, without reservation. Now, find a moment to pause. Consider deeply how you seek connection in your life. How open, truly open, are you to Jesus' presence in those places of need and longing? If these reflections have found a place in your heart, invite Jesus into these spaces of your life. Allow them to be spaces of openness and growth. If you find that these words begin to bring you peace and a sense of direction, consider joining this community where you are not alone. Perhaps subscribe, allowing this supportive community to accompany you on this ongoing journey of faith, love, and personal growth.